One day, the kind king was sick. He had fever. No one was there whom the king can trust for the next king. The king only trusted his second son, who can wisely be in the king's seat. But he was in other city, completing his training. The king was not able to write a letter. The king asked his first son to write a letter to the second son. 2 days passed by. No reply came from the second son. King was getting worse. The king has no time. He have to give his seat to someone. So the king announced the next king would be his first son. The king passed away after 3 weeks of struggle in his bed. The second son came, and the first son was already the king. One of their army was a good friend of the second son. That army man came to the second son and asked, "Why you did not come to see your father in his last days?" The second son replied, "I was not aware about my father's illness." The army man was shocked. He knew something was wrong. He asked the second son, "Didn't you get a letter from your father saying your father was sick?" The second son replied, "No." He was so depressed. The army man immediately went to the man whom the first son sent to deliver the letter to the second son. The army man asked the boy, "Why you have not delivered the letter to the king's son?" The male boy replied casually, "I have delivered the letter." The army man brought that male boy to the second son. The second son has never seen that male boy, so he asked, "Who is that boy?" The army man got to know the male boy did not deliver the letter. The army man introduced the second son to the male boy. The male boy tried to escape by saying, "I have given the letter to the maid to hand over to the second son of the king." But actually, the second son was staying alone like a civilian. He had no maid in his home. The second son got to know something was wrong, so he interrogated that male boy. But that male boy did not answer properly. The second son was very depressed as he have not seen his father in his last days, only because of that male boy who did not deliver the letter. So the second son put that male boy in jail.